Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue the book, The Iliad by Homer. I'm going to continue to read. So Achilles prayed, and Zeus, in all his wisdom, heard those prayers. One prayer the father granted, the other he denied. Patroclus would drive the onslaught of the ships. That much Zeus granted, true, but denied him safe and a round return from battle. Once Achilles had poured the wine and prayed to Zeus, he returned to his shelter, stowed the cup in the chest, then took his stand outside, his spirit yearning still to watch Achaeans and Trojans struggle to the death. Myrmidons battalion ranged in armor with gathered Patroclus. Moving out now, the fury bursting inside them suddenly charged the Trojans. They swarm forth like a wasp from a roadside nest, when boys have made it their sport to set them seething, day after day tormenting them round their wayside hive, idiot boys. They make a menace for every man in sight. Any innocent traveler passing them on that road can steer them accidentally, up in arms in a flash, all in a swarm, come pouring, each one raging down, to fight for home and children. Such frenzy seized their hearts. Myrmidons pouring out of the ships, ceaseless shouting rising, and over them all Patroclus' war, cries rose in comrades. Myrmidons, brothers in arms of Peleus, son of Achilles, fight like men, my friend, call up your battle fury. Now we must win high honor for Peleus' royal son, far the greatest fighter among the Argive fleet, and we who fight beside him, the bravest troops, so even mighty Atrides can see how mad he was, to disgrace Achilles and the best of the Achaeans. He closed with a shout and fired each fighter's heart, and down in a mass they launched against the Trojans, ships around them echoing back their shattering cries. The Trojans, soon as they saw Menœtius' gallant son, himself and his loyal driver flare in bronze gear, all their courage quaked, their columns buckled, thinking swift. Achilles has tossed to the winds his hard rage that held him back by the ships, and chosen friendship toward the Argives now, each Trojan soldiers glancing left and right. How could he run from sudden plunging death? Patroclus was first to hurl his glinting spear right at the center mass. The fighters milling round the stern of Patroclus' blazing ship and hit Pyrrhus, firebrand, who led the Paeonians, the master riders from Amydon, from Axius' broad currents. Patroclus slashed his right shoulder, and down he went, his back slamming the dust with a jolting groan, and as the companions panicked around him. Brave Paeonians! Patroclus waved the terror in all their hearts. When he killed the chief who topped them all in battle, he rode them off the ships. He quenched the leaping fire, leaving Patroclus' hulk half burnt but upspring still, and the Trojans scattered back with high, shrilled cries. The Argives poured against them, back by the hollow halls, the din of battle incessant. An Argive breaks through, bright as the moment Zeus, the lord of lightning, moves from a craggy mountain ridge, a storm cloud massing dance, and all the lookout peaks stand out, and the jutting cliffs and the steep ravines, and down from the high heavens burst the boundless bright air. So now the Argives drove the raven fire clear of the warships, winning the little breathing room not much. No real halt to the buck and the rush of battle, for despite the surge of the Argives, primed for war, the Trojans were still not wheeling round in headlong rout, away from the black horse forced back from them. True, they braced for battle still and made a stand. Deadlock. Their man killed man in the pell-mell clash of battle. Captains going at captains. Brave Patroclus first, just as Areilycus swerved in sudden flight. He gored him in the hip with a slashing spear, and the bronze lancet hammered through his flesh, the shaft splintering bone as he pitched face first, pounding the ground. And veteran Menelaus wounded Theos, raking his chest where the shield rim left it bare and losing its limbs, and Amphiclus went for Merges, but Meges saw him coming and got him first by far, squaring him up the thigh where it joins the body, the spot where a man's muscle bunches thickest, the tough sinew shredded around the weapon's point, and the dark swirling down his eyes. Nestor's son on attack. Antilochus struck Antimenius hard with a weighted spear, the bronze ripping into his flank and clean through. He crushed at his feet. But Mares charged Antilochus, sweeping in with his lance. Enraged for his brother, planted himself before his corpse, but Thrasymedes, quick as a god, beat him in it. He stabbed before Mares stabbed, no miss, right in the shoulder. The Argive's spear point cracked through the bony socket, shearing away the tendons, wrenched the whole arm out, and down in he thundered. Darkness blanketed his eyes. So these two brothers, laid low by the two brothers, dropped to the world of night. Sarpedon's stalwart cohorts, spearman sons of Amisodorus, he who bred the Cineroa, the green monster that sent so many men to death. There, quick Orleans Ajax rushed. Cleobolus took him alive, stumbling blind in wrath, but took his life at once, snapped his strength with a sword that hewed his neckbone up to the hilt, so the whole blade ran blood with blood, and red death came flooding down his eyes. And the strong force of fate, and now in the breakneck charge, Peneleos closed with Lycaon. They'd missed each other with spears. Two washed the cast, so now both clashed with swords. Lycaon, flailing, chopped the horns of Peneleos. Horsehair crested helmet, but round the socket the sword blade smashed to him. Just as Peneleos hacked his neck below the ear, and the blade sank clean through, nothing held but a flap of skin, the head swinging loose to the side as Lycaon slumped down to the ground. Going to stop here today and continue next time. Thank you for watching.